Catholic High Mid-Year Exam to 2022 Primary 6 Paper 1. I have looked through the Paper 1 questions, Booklet A questions, I mean. There isn't any difficult one, so I will not be going through any of the multiple choice questions. So I'll go straight into Booklet B. All right, I'll go through every question in Booklet B. So the first question, express 10,043 centimeter in meters. So simple, basically from centimeter to meters, we just divided by 100. So it's 10043 divided by 100. So into decimal, there's 20, you jump your decimal 2 times to the left, 1, 2. So answer is 1043. All right. Let's continue with the next question. Write down the common factors of 12 and 18. So let's see, 12 and 18. So this is how you record the factors of 12. 1 times 12 gives you 12. 2 times 6 gives you 12. 3 times 4. That's all for 12. 16. 1 times 16. 2 times 8. 4 times 4. The common factors are 1, 2, and 4. So it's 1, let me use my red pen, blue pen. 1, 2, 4. Okay, that's how I record the answer. Henry spent $8 on 16 apples. The cost of each apple was the same. How much did one such apple cost? So $8 for 16 apples. One apple will cost $8 divided by 16. Okay, this is how I'll do it. Put it as a fraction. Divided by 8, I get 1. Divided by 8, I get 2. So it's 1/2, which is half a dollar, or 50 cents. All right, next question. Question 19. Question 19. Okay, so this is actually a division. Okay, so what I will do is, let me copy down the question again. 28 divided by 4 plus 3 plus 15. So always do the division first. 75, copy down the rest. 28 divided by 4 is 7. Okay, then copy down this plus 3. Copy down the rest exactly as what it was. Just do the division. Now that you have done the division, there's no other multiplication. Just then do what's inside the bracket. 7 plus 3 is 10. Don't change the other things, okay? The sign especially, don't change it. Just focus on what you need to do first. You're doing division first, you do division, don't touch the rest, just copy down exactly like what it was. Then do the brackets. Then now compute from left to right. Do not compute from the middle, compute from the left to right. So 75 minus 10 first, 65 plus 15, and then you get 80. Okay, left to right, very important. If you were to do from right to left, what you get will be 10 plus 15, then you get 25. 75 minus 25, you will get 50, and that's the wrong answer. So remember, compute from left to right. Now let's continue with question number 20. So in the square grid below, Janice was at one of the landmarks facing market. When she turned 135 degrees anti-clockwise, she faced the school. Which landmark was Janice at before she turned to face the school. So first, you need to understand what is 135 degrees made of. Okay, 135 degrees is made of 90 degrees plus 45 degrees. So you got to look at from the market. Janice must have turned 90 degrees and then 45 degrees, and then he faced the market, right? Janice was at one landmark facing the market, and then he turned 135 degrees anti-clockwise. Oh, okay. So he was facing the market, and then he make a 45 degrees and then a 90 degrees anti-clockwise direction and face the school. So there's a few possible ones, right? Hospital, library, cafe, or park. But he's either at hospital, library, cafe, or park. The most likely position is, if you're talking about anti-clockwise, most likely position is either the library or the hospital. Okay, assuming so you got to do some testing, right? A question like this, assuming Janice was at the library, then what he do anti-clockwise, he needs to go 45 degrees and then 90 degrees, he'll be at the park. So she will be facing the park. So library cannot be the correct position. So let's try the hospital. So if she was at the hospital facing the market, she do a 90 degrees anti-clockwise and then a 45 degrees. 45 degrees will be this way. Okay, 90 degrees and then 45 degrees. 90 and then 45. Yes, she was at the hospital. So that's the answer, hospital. So the trick is to first break down the big value into 90 degrees and 45 degrees. Sometimes you get even bigger value. Break it down into 90 and 45 degrees. If you can break 180, even better. Okay, so break it down in this manner. And then you start to move in portion, in small blocks, the small angles. Then you will get the answer. Now continue with question number 21. So express 6/7 as a decimal. So this way, this question is basically testing your ability to do long division. 6/7, okay? So 0. Now 8 times 7, you get 56. Minus 4, bring down another 0. Then you go 5 times 7, you get 35. We left 5. The question asking for one decimal place. Let's go now. 0.85 approximate to 0.9. So that's answer. Now, let's continue with question number 25. So question 25 seems to appear quite often. I noticed this type of question appear in some of the iTong WA. I think it's iTong WA. Yeah. So this is this one question always capitally hard. It appear in iTong recent WA. Okay, let's try. So the diagram here shows you the recipe to make 5 pieces. Don't miss these. This is recipe for 5 pieces, not 1 piece. It's for 5 pieces. So to make 5 pieces, you must have minimum this, and this minimum. You can have a lot of flour, a lot of butter, but maybe 10 grams of sugar. It can't make the parts. All right, it's got to be minimum each of the value given. So June has 720 grams, 750 grams of flour. So how many groups of 250 can 750 grams of flour provide? 3 groups, which means 3 portions. There's 3 portions available. Butter. She has 350 grams. How many portions of butter can she have? 150. 350 divided by 150, we get 2 remainder 50. So you only get 2 portions. Sugar, she has 130 grams. And how many portions of 50 can she get from 130? We get 2 portions, remainder 30. So it's 2 portions. So you look at what she has in terms of portion, the minimum or the maximum portions available to make this recipe is 2. So this is, even though you have like 3 portions of flour, it doesn't help because June is limited by her butter and her sugar. So the maximum number of portion of this recipe she can make is 2. All right. So in each portion, she can make 5 pieces of tarts. So 2 portions, she can make 10 pieces of tarts. So that's the answer. Let's continue with question 23. Okay. Question 23. Use all the digits 7, 0, 5, 8 to form the smallest multiple of 5. So to be a multiple of 5, you must know that the last digit must be either 0 or 5. Okay. It must be either 1, 0 or 5. So let's try. Let's make the smallest number you can begin with. The smallest number is a 5. You want the smallest, right? So the smallest number of these 4 digits is 5. It's okay. We still can keep the 0 at the very end. Let's put the 0 at the very end. So we got 2 more numbers here to fill. The first number we put the smallest. The last number we put either 0 or 5. Since we have already used up 5, then we're left with 0. So put 0 behind. Because the last digit has to be either 0 or 5 to be a multiple of 5. So now we are left with 7 and 8. To make it smallest, we put the smallest number in the hundreds place, and then 8 in the tens place. So answer is 5780. So you understand the trend of thoughts, the thought process. Now, next, what's the number closest to 8,000? What do you mean by closest? The number minus 8,000 or 8,000 minus the number has to be the smallest, has to have the smallest value. Then that number will be the number closest to 8,000. All right, so the number can either start with 7 or 8. Okay, it can be 80 something or 7 something, right? So let's try 7. The closest number to 8,000 starting with 7 will be 7, 8, 5, as big as possible, 7850. Okay, and then if the number start 8,000, then it need to be as small as possible. So let's put the next smallest number in the hundreds place, which is 0. And then you have 5, then you have 7. So visually, mentally you can count 8,000 minus 7850 is 150. 8,057 minus 8,000 is 57. Obviously, this is the closest number to 8,000. So it's 8057. All right. Let's continue with question number 24. Okay, so the question is asking for AED. This angle. So this is a parallelogram. What a parallelogram tells you that opposite angles are equal. So this has to be 104. All right. So now angle in a triangle is 180 degrees. Minus away the other 2 angles. You get angle AEF, which is 61 degrees. This is simple. All right. Let's continue with question number 5. Okay, so you are looking from the top. The top we will have 1, 2, 3. Let's draw these 2 first. These 3 first. Right next to it is this 2. So I draw this. So this answer for the top view. The side view, we'll clear up this. side view. We have the first row, you have only the top row, you only have 2, so draw 2. The bottom row, you have 3, so draw 3. So that's the answer for question 25. Let's continue with question number 26. So for question 26, Kumar traveled 8 kilometers in a taxi from home to the shopping center. His taxi fare was based on the charges shown below. So how much was his taxi fare? The total distance traveled by Kumar is 8 kilometers, right? So the first kilometer of the 8 kilometer, Kumar will be charged 390. Now, the next 7 kilometers, let me get this. The next 7 kilometers, he's charged in blocks of 500 meters. So in 1 kilometer, there are 2 blocks of 500. So 7 kilometers, there'll be 2 times 7, 14 blocks of 500. And each block costs 30 cents. So 14 times 30 cents. We get $4.20. So $4.20 is the price Kumar paid for the 7 kilometers of ride, and then plus the first kilometers of his ride will cost him altogether $8.10. So $8.10. Let's continue with the next question. Question 27. So question 27, there's 2 methods to this. One method that most primary 4 uses is because they haven't learned the concept of multiplication of fraction. This is what primary 4 students will do. I'll just recap with you. If they'll change this to the same denominator first, okay? Then they will compare the numerator. 2 and 7. 2 and 7, the difference is 5, right? 5 cannot be divided by 2. So what the students will do in primary 4 is they'll make it to even number. So they'll change this to even number by multiplying by 2. Okay, so this will become 14 over 16. Since the denominator has changed to 16, they'll change 8 times 2, make it to 16, 2 times 2, make it to 4. So the middle, the center between 416 and 1416 is, let me see, it is 10, then 10 divided by, plus first. 18 divided by 2, you get 9. So answer is 9 over 16. This is how the primary 4 will do, okay? Because they do it this way because they haven't learned how to multiply fractions. However, if at primary 5, you already learned how to multiply fractions. So this is what you will do. You add this plus this divided by 2. Simple as that. 1/4 plus 7 over 8. So you get 2 over 8 plus 7 over 8. 9 over 8. Now divide this by 2. 9 over 8 divided by 2 is 9 over 8 times half. Flip the 2 and then make it to half. And then now multiply 9 over 16. Okay, so you add up the fraction, the 2 sides, then divide by 2. So this is what you should do since you already learned how to multiply and divide fractions. Now let's continue with question number 28. So you have ABCD is a rectangle, GE and F lines on the side of the rectangle. The length of CD is twice the length of EF. Twice means 3 times. Okay, 3 times. So this is 1 unit, and the rest, the whole of this is 3 units. Okay. And they tell you that the area of FGE. This is 16. Okay. Now, the question is, what is the area of ABCD? Now, let's look at this triangle. Okay. Or maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I shouldn't do this. How about you look at this triangle, which is half of this triangle. Okay. Now, this triangle is DBC. Triangle DBC and the shaded triangle has something common. They have a common height. So triangles having the same height, listen carefully, triangle having the same height, their area is proportionate to their base. So if I have a triangle, compared to another triangle, the height is the same. If the base of this triangle is 1 unit and the base of this triangle is 3 units, then the area of this bigger triangle will be 3 times the area of the smaller triangle, because they have the same height, and the bigger triangle base is 3 times the base of the smaller triangle. Therefore, the area will be 3 times the area of the smaller triangle. Now, coming back to this question, the shaded triangle and these triangle DBC, the DBC and the shaded triangle have the same height, but triangle DBC base is 3 times the triangle of the shaded, 3 times the area of the shaded triangle. So therefore, triangle DBC area will be 3 times 16 square centimeter, and that will give you 48 square centimeter. Question is, what is the area of the rectangle? The area of rectangle will be 2 times the area of triangle DBC, right? This is 1 time, and then this is the other time, 2 times. So 48 multiplied by 2, you get 96. So it's 96 square centimeter. Let's continue with question 29. The question 29 is already drawn for you, so we shall skip 29. Let's go on to question 30. So I can't demonstrate to you how to use a protractor to measure ABC, measure and write down the size of angle ABC, but angle should be around 33 degrees Celsius, 33 degrees, okay? But I can demonstrate to you how to draw a parallelogram in the square grid that has the same parameter as a triangle ABC. Same parameter, okay? Let me try to draw this. So let's try to measure the parameter of this triangle. So the parameter of this triangle ABC consists of this we call this one straight line. This is 1 unit, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 units. Now, how do you actually measure this side? Okay, you're not going to use a ruler to measure, because the question requires you to use the grid. So how it works is like this. This line is actually, if you look at this rectangle, it's a 3 by 2 rectangle. It's also a 3 by 2 rectangle, right? So if it's 3 by 2 rectangle, then this line is actually diagonal of that 3 by 2 rectangle. So is this. So there are 2 of these. So what I will do is I need to draw. So if I need to have an idea where, okay, so I have a 3 by 2 rectangle over here. I draw a straight line, a diagonal across this. So this will represent one of this. Right now, I need to draw another of this. But before I draw another of this, I know that there are 10 units here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So because it's a parallelogram, the two sides, the two sides must be equal. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. So I make sure one of the sides is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I stop here. So the other side need to be 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I draw a diagonal across here. This is also a 3 by 2, 3 by 2. And then the diagonal across will match with this. So I have this, which is here. I have this, which is here. I have 10 units here, which 5 of them are here and the other 5 are here. So this is the parallelogram that does not overlap with triangle ABC and has the same parameter. All right, that's all for today, and I will talk to you again next week.